Salam and hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all doing really well today. Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, thank you. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you 3 tasty and filling recipes for Sehri or Suhoor or your pre-dawn meal in Ramadan. And you could easily just have these as a normal breakfast anyway. So the main thing I was thinking of when I prepared these recipes is that they need to be filling, because it needs to last all day for like what, 14 odd hours depending on which country you're in, because you'll be fasting all day and you need your pre-dawn meal to last you as long as possible. So the ingredients that I've added are things that are known to fill you up, like oats and bananas. So yeah, I really hope you find this video useful. I'll make sure the full recipes are in the description or linked. And yeah, happy fasting everybody. So my first recipe is this lovely roasted oat yogurt and fruit pot. So first of all, add about 1 tablespoon of butter to a frying pan, and then add in 80 grams of porridge oats, and then just stir that together. And you're going to kind of stir it continuously so that it doesn't burn, and make sure it's on a lowish heat for the same reason, so it doesn't burn. So there's me just stirring away. Then add in 1 tablespoon of honey, obviously for a little bit of sweetness. And this gives it that really lovely golden brown colour, really nice. And there we've got our lovely roasted oats. And then you need to choose the fruit that you want to add to your fruit pot. So I just added a banana, some strawberries and some blueberries. And I chose to chop it into small chunks so it's easier to eat. And there's our lovely chopped fruit. And then just layer up your roasted oat, yogurt and fruit pot in a jar or a glass or a bowl. So I put a layer of the roasted oats and then the yogurt. I used full fat Greek yogurt because it's to kind of fill you up, so I thought that was the best option. And then I layered it with some lovely fruit and then added about a tablespoon of honey, and then just kind of repeated the process until I had some lovely layers in there. So it's got a lot of goodness in there. It's filling and very tasty. So I just kind of topped it off with some more roasted oats and a bit more fruit and then a drizzle of honey. How good does that look, mashallah. So my next recipe are these ready oat pancakes. And these are so quick and easy to make. I used ready oats. You can get supermarket branded ones or main brand ones. You just need 3 ingredients. First of all, you need to whisk 3 eggs in a mixing bowl. Add in 45 grams of the ready oats. If you want to use porridge oats, I guess you could, and maybe process them till they're fine, unless you want it thick, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just whisking that together until it's well combined. And then add in some milk. So I added in 100 milliliters of whole milk. You can add less or more, depending on how thick you want your pancakes. And then I added in 1 tablespoon of honey because I was going to have a sweet pancake. I guess if you're going to have savoury ones, then don't add honey. So I just made the pancakes on a frying pan, and I've got this ladle, just filled it up and put it on like a medium-ish heat. Made a mess of that one, but it was still fine. Just make sure it's cooked on both sides. That one looks a little bit better. Go on, you must admit. And then with mine, I had some Greek yogurt, lovely thick Greek yogurt, and some fruit. And then I sprinkled over some demerara sugar just for some crunch and texture, but very, very yummy, very tasty, mashallah, very filling. So a brilliant option for Sehri or Suhoor. And my third recipe is this date, oat and banana loaf. Now this is very filling and tasty and very moist. So here are some of the lovely ingredients I was going to add. I love that it's got dates, very appropriate for Ramadan because we have loads of dates in the house. So first of all, you need 350 grams of bananas and just mash them up. And then you need some dates, so 75 grams of dates. I basically pitted them and then chopped into smallish chunks. And then you need to lightly beat 2 eggs. And then we're just going to mix everything. So 200 grams of caster sugar and 100 grams of margarine, or I use olive spread. And then you just cream that together until it's nice and smooth and combined. I don't know why I sing the word combined. And then add in the lightly beaten eggs and then just whisk that or beat it till it's a little bit fluffy or just well mixed together. And then sift in 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and also sift in the plain flour, so 125 grams of that. And then add in 80 grams of porridge oats and just mix that until it's well mixed and combined. Sorry. Then add in the mashed bananas, 4 tablespoons of milk and the chopped dates, and just mix that all together again. And then pop that lovely batter into a greased and lined loaf tin, and I baked mine for about 50 minutes at 150 degrees centigrade, fan assisted. And then when I took it out of the oven and I put the knife through, it was a little bit wet in the middle, so I covered it with foil and just let it sit outside the oven for about 10-15 minutes, and then it was cooked through. So you might need to adjust depending on your oven, but I'll put the exact measurements or whatever in the description and the full recipes for you. Yeah, and there's me just chopping through the loaf, and I just love how moist it was and heavy. It's like if you pick one slice up, they're actually really, really heavy, so you can tell there's a lot in there. And I like that it's got dates and bananas and oats, just things that really fill you up. And it's perfect to have with your tea at suhoor time. Anyway, I really hope this was useful for you. Give it a thumbs up if it was, and inshallah I'll see you soon. Take care, salam, bye.